Right lads, here we go. So, what we're doing this time round, we are doing the World Cup on Football Manager 26 as England, but we are doing it as Thomas Tuchel. Now that means using Tuchel's tactics, using the whole squad. I've got the 26-man squad. We've got Pickford, Trafford, Henderson, Chalobah, Gahey, Quansah, Dan Burn, Stones, James, Spence, O'Reilly, Manu, Henderson, Rice, Anderson, Madueke, Eze, Gordon, Bellingham, Saka, Kane, Watkins, Rodgers, Rashford and Tony. I was going to stop halfway through there, but then I thought, I'm committed now. But, we've got the actual squad. I've built as close to the tactic as possible. So, in possession, we've got a right wing back getting the width, going down the line, byline, drilling, pace basically, keeping that width. Left wing back, coming inside the midfield a bit, but also going outside to create. We've got a left central midfielder, getting forward, crashing that box, but more of a creator when it comes to it than scoring. Still just making them runs forward and getting in at the final third pressing. The right-sided midfielder is just a covering role, Anderson essentially. And then out of possession, we'll sit in the middle. Rice will sit alongside Bellingham, who's going to press out of possession, but in possession he's going to be that second striker running in behind Kane. Inside forward on the left-hand side to come in and get the goals. More of a creative winger on the right hand side, still coming inside to allow that right back to get the width. And then obviously we've just got Kane doing what Kane does. Now, we're going to be looking for crosses. We're going to be looking to get the ball into Bellingham. We're going to be trying to play how Tuchel does. And we're going to try and win this World Cup. Now, my early prediction before we start, I don't think we're going to do very well, because I've done a few tournaments on this game so far. And Harry Kane isn't a very good striker on Football Manager, weirdly. When I did it, I moved Harry Kane to a number 10 and put Watkins up front and we won. And it was so much better. But I'm doing this as Tuchel, not as me. Pickford's my goalkeeper. As he's fit and as he was in the first game, Reece James is the right back and Nico O'Reilly is the left back, of course. Absolutely suited to that role to a T. Now the two centre-halves I'm going with, I am going to go for Gahey on the left and John Stones on the right. The Man City partnership, they'll have trained together for a while. I know Stones hasn't really been fit, but they know each other. Quansah has been poor. Gahey, even though he's right-footed, is a left-sided centre-back for me. He's the lock dead there. It all depends on Stones plays really, but I want to see him doing his diags over the Rashford. Obviously we've got Anderson in this role here. Elliot Anderson, there he is. And then, I mean, what's his stats on this game? We're looking at, it's a really high work rate, high determination. You know, he's a good press midfielder, good stamina as well. Now, in the second strike role, obviously we've got Bellingham, but I'm going to go on Bellingham. And I want to go on his instructions. I want to tell him to get his shots off as much as possible as well. Because that's what we know Bellingham can do. In the other midfield role, obviously we've got Declan Rice, who's going to be on every set piece. On the right, we're going to start with Saka. And on the left, we're going to start with Marcus Rashford. As he played very poor against Congo. Obviously, he's been locked up by Wan-Bissaka, who's in his head from United training, clearly. But that's going to be our lineup for the Croatia match that we're going to go into now. And let's see how we get on. Hopefully we can get Croatia beat and get 3 points on the board in the groups. Right, here we go. Really means a lot. Let's go, boys. England-Croatia, game 1 of the World Cup. Got the England top on, repping the boys. Let's do it. Come on. Start with the big 3 points here. Big 3 points. Here's Bukayo Saka. Travelling up the pitch with the ball. Brings it back inside to Rice. Reece James running down that line. Taking that width as we've told him. Putting that ball in the box to the back stick. Rashford picks it up. Drills it into Jude Bellingham and it's blocked off the line by Vuskovic. Still got it though, retaining this possession on the edge of the box. Reece James back down that line yet again, and that's the end of the highlight. That's what we want from him though. We want him to take that width on the right hand side and get them balls into the box with the quality we all know he's got. So I hope he can stay fit this tournament. Rashford in and out, beating his man. Tackled by Kramaric of all players. But he puts the ball into Saka, who heads it just over the bar. This is a really positive start from the lads. Really positive start. The possession from Croatia is mental here, by the way. To corner. Saka taking this corner. In swingers only. Back out to Saka. Drives in the box. Drills it across and the keeper parries it. It's only clear to Declan Rice though. Reece James. Knocks it to Anderson. Back to James. It's a lovely one too. Tackled again. We're playing well though. We're getting these chances. We're getting in these positions, which is what we want to see. Here we go. It's the throw in for Croatia. Luka Modric to Kovacic to Perisic. In, and it's a good save from Jordan Pickford. Croatia get their first chance of the tournament, and it's a big save. Pickford steps up there. Starting to get a bit more possession back now. Heading towards half time. The score is still 0-0. Not much going on here before the half-time mark. He's O'Reilly. Knocks it back to Gahey. John Stones bringing the ball forward. Bukayo Saka into Bellingham. Bellingham space to drive. Knocks it back out on this right to Saka. Lovely bit of midfield play. And Anderson goes for the strike and it's saved by Livakovic, and England win the corner on the brink of half-time. We don't get to see it though. Must have been a poor delivery from Deckers. Half time, that is 0-0. Second half, here we go. Kovacic out wide to Stanisic. Still 0-0, but we have had quite a few chances. Probably going to look at making a change soon though. There's a couple of changes I'm thinking of making in particular. I'm going to ride it out for a bit, because the chances are still coming. I am going to make the change after this highlight. We're going to make that change. Croatia's highlight by the looks of it. Oh, I need O'Reilly to do some good defending here. It's inside. Budimir to Perisic, the experienced man. It's fell to him and he's hit the post, and that is scrappy. Scrappy from Croatia, but they've got the ball in the net. I'm going to put Bellingham in that role properly now. In fact, what I'm going to do, I'm going to bring off Anderson. And Morgan Rogers is going to come on. Where is he? Morgan Rogers. Am I blind? Pause. Is he not on the bench? Oh, that's a cock up. Right, we're going to bring Ezzy on. He's going to be a playmaker. Finding that space between the lines. You can drop back a little bit, Ezzy, but I still want you to be up there and ready. In fact, no. Central lock. That one. And Rice, you can be a playmaker. Saka's going to come off for Noni. Gordon for Rashford. Madueke, I want to tell you to be more expressive. I want to dribble more. Right. Kane, let's get in that box as Porcher. Right, let's go, boys. Come on. Get one back. Leverkovic with a goal kick. It's down the line by... Dear Rice, that is awful. That's terrible from Declan Rice. Perisic does James and he sends it over. The experience in this team is just shining throughout. We started the game really well, but it's just turned really poor. It's gone poor. It's not over yet though. Doesn't help that our two Mavericks in Bellingham and Kane have both had a bit of a howler on the opening day here. He's Gahey. Good ball into Bellingham. Harry Kane plays it out wide to Gordon. Gordon's got space. He cuts it back. He comes inside. Anthony Gordon. What a goal off the bench from Gordon. It's 1-1. It's a Harry Kane assist. That is a fantastic goal from Anthony Gordon off the bench. First time through ball from Kane, but Gordon had a lot to do. Takes it to the byline, comes back, and instead of looking for the ball in as everyone's marked, he takes a touch inside his defender and just buries it in that far corner. That's fantastic from Gordon. And it's 1-1. The changes they have absolutely worked. Against Croatia in the opening day is not going to be a bad result at all. We're going to take that. That's not a bad result. We'll take that for our first performance. And we'll move on to the next game. Right, we're back for the Ghana game now. And I've made a bold decision. I'm not making any changes because we started that game really well. Rashford in particular in the first half was fantastic. And I think Gordon will be much better doing that off the bench as an impact. If people have another poor game today, then we'll make a change. But for now, we are going to roll with it. Because the first half was not bad. And I think the changes worked well as an impact. And I think it will take 2 games to see if people are actually a problem or not. Now let's go. Let's do it. Ghana versus England. Because of the Croatia draw, this does really need to be a win. But I'm not disappointed with the draw against Croatia. I'm really not. It's going to be a much different game this though. Much different. Not much going on at the start. The only thing I worry about is their counter-attack. Well done, James. It's fantastic. Saka on the wing. Puts the ball in. Rashford nods it down to Jude Bellingham, who plays it to Harry Kane, and it's wide. Not like Kane. Not like Kane whatsoever. Ati Ziggy for Ghana in goal. That is some name. Talishu, the old Southampton centre half. I didn't know he was Ghanaian. I thought he was Cameroon. Reece James through the legs to Harry Kane. Plays it to Bukayo Saka. What a finish. Harry Kane with his second assist. He might not be the best in front of goal so far in the first 2 games. But 2 goals, 2 assists for Harry Kane. Bukayo Saka with the goal. All started from Reece James winning that ball, playing that lovely pass in through the legs. Kane intelligently lays it back to Saka after dragging the defender out. Opens his body up, slots it in that bottom corner. Easy as that. 1-0 England. Well done, lads. Can we get another before half time? This would be an ideal world. O'Reilly into Rashford. Plays it to Bellingham. Here's Rashford. Rashford down that line. Cuts it to Rice. Back to Rashford. Plays it in the box. Harry Kane. There's his goal. 2-0. Lovely bit of lingo from O'Reilly and Rashford on that left-hand side. Played in again to Rashford. And it's a good ball and it's a perfect header by Harry Kane. VAR is going to check it. I don't see there's anything wrong with it. No, absolutely nothing wrong. Perfect header from Harry Kane. Lovely play from Rice and Rashford. And I think he's gone for the first time cross. It is sublime from Rashford there. And then yeah, it's a fantastic header off the bar and in. It's 2-0 England. And that's why you don't make rash changes based on a poor 25 minutes. Rashford's been fantastic. Kane's been good. Saka's been good. All poor first game. You stick to your guns. Anderson, great hit. Bellingham to Rashford to Harry Kane and it's 3. There we go. Completely justified. Anderson winning that ball. Another player who came off in that first game. To Bellingham. Back through. Ah, it's offside. Wow, it's offside. Still good football though. Must be marginal. That's unlucky. Maybe Rashford should have gone himself there. Maybe. Here he is again. Never going to get on the end of that. Well done O'Reilly. Anderson. Back to Stones. Taking his sweet time there. Here's Bellingham to Harry Kane. Shoots off the crossbar. Quite similar to his Congo goal that if that went just on the underside of the bar. Half time, 2-0 England. We're going to go straight into the second half. It's not going to be long till we make changes, but it's going to be more preserving changes, I'd say, than anything else. They've only had one shot, wasn't on target. Don't want to risk any injuries. We've won the game, but I would like another goal, because obviously with the draw against Croatia, we do need some goal difference. We'll have a look, see how Croatia's getting on. And then that might help us make a decision. Here's Saka. Lovely little shift. Wins a corner. Well done, Bukayo. Now he takes it. To Harry Kane off the post. Anderson keeps it. To Gehi. Plays a terrible pass out wide. That's going to go out for a goal kick. Right. Oh, I want to say how Croatia's getting on with Panama. Harry Kane on the press. Rashford to Rice. Bellingham knocks it to James. Oh, it's outplay. What is it with us misplacing passes? Gonna have the ball now. Played back to the goalkeeper. Intercepted Rice. Rashford. Back to Rice. Rice is going all the way. Declan Rice all the way. Now that is definitely 3-0. Absolutely nothing wrong with that. Rice just marauded through the middle and powers it into that top far corner. The changes are probably going to be coming soon. Reece James has been absolutely outstanding. Here's Bellingham. Bellingham shifts it. Goes for glory. Would have been some glory if he pulled that off though. Lots of highlights in this game. Far better showing from us. Reece James. Into Saka. To Anderson. Bellingham. Harry Kane. Back to Saka. And he's at the post. The amount of times we've hit the woodwork this game, lads. Mental. Another corner. Saka to take. Plays it in. Harry Kane heads it just over the bar. Goal kick sent wide. Semenyo. A little bit of possession play from Ghana here. First thing we've seen all game from them, but it is cleared. Here's Saka. Now we can get a counter-attack because they've tried to go forward. He's Bellingham. Plays it to Saka, who shoots. What a finish that is from Saka. Bellingham with the assist. That's unbelievable. Absolutely powered it in. That left foot of Saka is deadly when you release it. The Croatia score is... Croatia, they are 2-0 up. Right, we are going to make changes. Doesn't mean we're going to sit back. I'm going to be bringing on Ivan Toney. I'm going to bring on. Nice physical presence. Jude Bellingham's going to get a rest. Eze is going to come on. Mainoo's going to come on for Anderson. Get some minutes spread out there. Saka's been fantastic, but Madueke is going to get a run out as well. They can fight for the spot in the starting team here, basically. Well done, James. Madueke, that's absolutely lovely. Unbelievable feat. And he plays it into Ivan Toney. Madueke, that was absolutely fantastic. And that's possibly Toney's first touch all game, and he's got a goal. Look at this. He goes round, gets away from two, comes inside, goes back out wide, comes back inside again, past two. Goes for goal, I think. Wasn't going to go in, it was going to get blocked, and then Toney just shifts in front of his man and taps it in. Sublime. 5-0 England. I'm not risking Reece James, so Jed Spence is going to come on. Is it just 5 subs allowed? No. That's strange. Stones has a knock. We're allowed another sub, so we're going to use another sub. And I'm going to bring on Ezri Konza. Oh no. Yeah, you can only make 5. Right, well that's that. That's England 5, Ghana 0. That was a far better performance. That's just absolute pure showing of domination. Well done, lads. That's better. That's better. Let's just quickly say what the Croatia final score was. They won 2-0. Lovely way atop the group. Perfect. Panama next. Right, we've got the Panama game now. Last game I made no changes. This game I've made 11. So, a lot of people disagree with this stuff, but we've just won 5-0. This team, player for player, will still be player for player in every position better than Panama. Just because it's 11 changes doesn't mean every single player is still better than every Panama player. We should win this game without a shadow of a doubt. If we win, because of the 5-0 win against Ghana, I don't think Croatia's going to do that. We'll top the group. Now, they are playing for their... Players in this game are playing to be the number 1 choice to come on in future knockout games. I found out the issue with Rodgers. He is injured. I was going to start Watkins for this game. I was planning the whole time, but after Toney last game, I thought I'll start Toney. So, Let's see what we do against Panama with the fully rotated team. Let's go. Well, like I say, it might be fully rotated, it might be a weak version of an England team, but it is still miles better than Panama, and we still should walk this game. And if we don't, that is still a worry regardless, because these are the type of players we need to rely on in the knockouts to come on and change the game like we did against Croatia. If we can't rely on them, this game's going to prove it to me. Well done, Henderson. Menu to Madueke. Madueke takes a shot and it's a corner. There's a few things I have been worried about. If O'Reilly gets injured, there's not really anyone else who can play that inside left back role. Try and burn there, but I'm worried about it. Menu's in the Rice role, Henderson in the Anderson role. The front four is quite like for like. Other than Eze is a bit more of a playmaker than Bellingham. That's a fantastic save from the goalkeeper from Ivan Toney's effort. I do think Toney's more similar to Kane than the way that Watkins is. Watkins can come on as a bit of a different element, but if we're going for like what I have this game, it is Toney. We are absolutely dominating this game still, and they still haven't had a shot, which is what we need. But we need a goal as well. Menu's looking to be playing quite well on the ratings. Henderson on the highlights has been very well at winning that ball back. And he's starting counter-attacks off when he's doing it as well. He's Eze. Over the top of Toney, I think he might be offside. I think he might be offside there. It's a good goal regardless, but I do think he's a touch offside. Yeah, he is. It's a good goal. Something to work off. 100%. Let's see if we can get a goal. It's a corner. Madueke to take. It's a very poor delivery. Eze picks it up. It's a Madueke, yeah. Ball back stick. Gordon keeps it in with a lovely touch. Anthony Gordon to Eze. It's another corner. Here we go again. Don't get to see it, unfortunately. Menu heads it to Madueke, who just spoons it away. Gordon picks it up. The Newcastle link up on that left hand side. Comes in, and that's a penalty. Anthony Gordon does win the penalty. It'll be Ivan Toney to take. Should be anyway. Let me just make sure it is Toney on the penalty. How do I do? Must be on air. Penalties. Let me add player Ivan Toney. There we are. Confirm. Penalty awarded. I was going to say it was definitely a penalty. Gordon's done really well to win it. Toney's going to take it. And he scores it. Second goal of the World Cup from Ivan Toney, absolutely no doubt. One of the best penalty takers on the planet. It's 1-0 before half time. Doing the job. Can we see how Croatia's getting on? Croatia 0-0. Lovely. Second half, let's go. Absolute dominance. We just haven't really converted the scoreline to show it, but as long as they're not getting shots away, they're not going to score. Here's Henderson. Into Madueke. To Jed Spence on that right. Making that drive into the box. Goes for the shot. It's a good save from the keeper. I don't mind Spence doing that. I thought I'd quite encourage it a lot of the time. Is he on this corner? Can he put a good ball in? Much better than Madueke. Now, who is on the bench that didn't play at all? Ollie Watkins, Kwanzaa. Yeah, I'm going to get a pair of them on. Tony's got his goal. He's done alright. He's proved to us he's doing his job. Watkins is going to come on. And I'm going to bring on Kwanzaa at right back. Very, very quiet game this has been, but it was never going to be a goal fest, really. The shots, I mean, this has probably been our most dominant performance, statistically wise. Can Madueke do a good ball? Kwanzaa heads it over. I'm worried about the set piece takers without Saka on that left hand side. Madueke's balls in have been pretty terrible. But it's looking like it's going to be a win. And this will be us top of the group. We have another chance to make it 2-0, which would be nice. Gordon has put himself really in the conversation now, though. He's just been good again. Kwanzaa to Watkins. What a finish that is from Watkins. That makes the striker option off the bench very interesting. Tony came on last game, got a nice little tap in. Obviously scored the penalty this game as well. But then Watkins can just do that. That's absolutely sublime. To stay on side there and be in that position. And that finish. That's unbelievable. Kwanzaa with the assist as well. Both the subs again linking up. Our tactical and our managerial decisions this game, this tournament so far has been sublime. Gordon to Madueke, who scores 3-0. There we go. That's much better. That's much better. Shows rightfully how it should. Yeah, Panama 0, England 3. Top of the group. Well done, lads. Right, let's have a look at the scores around the doors and the knockout fixtures. A lot of teams being criticised there. Right, let's have a look. World Cup. Stages. Let's get the groups up. Oh. My bad. Stages. Group stage. All groups. So, Czechia have topped the group with South Africa coming second and Mexico going out in fourth. That's massive. With 2 draws. And then South Korea going through his best third. Oh, excuse me. Canada topping their group with 3 wins out of 3. That's how a host nation should do it. Then Switzerland going through in second with only 1 loss to Canada 2-1. Bosnia going through as the best third team. Brazil topping the group, of course, with 3 wins out of 3 in that group. Scotland coming in second with a 2-0 win over Morocco. And then Morocco do go through as the best third team. America topping their group also how a host nation should do it. Paraguay coming in second, obviously knocked Germany out in real life, but Turkey with 2 points do not go through as the best third team. Germany top of the group, 3 wins out of 3. Ecuador second, Ivory Coast of course go through with a nice and easy run. Getting the win over Curacao, that looks like they do made it harder than it had to be. Ecuador with 2 wins, 2 clean sheets, and a 1-0 loss to Germany. Their defence doing well. Sweden top in this group with 3 wins out of 3. Japan coming in at second, and Netherlands coming in last. Japan losing 5-3 to Sweden. What a game that is, and Netherlands did only lose 1-0 twice, which is why they're through. Belgium top, New Zealand coming in at second in the group, which is massive for them. Iran go through in third. Egypt are out. Spain top of the group, Uruguay second, Cape Verde coming in third, but unfortunately not done enough to progress. France top of the group with 3 wins, 2-0, 5-0, 4-0. Norway coming in second with a 4-0 and a 3-0. Senegal going out with only a 1-0 win over Iraq, and obviously 4-0 loss to Norway. So Senegal are out, that's a big surprise. Argentina top of the group with Austria second. Algeria finishing below Jordan after losing to them, which is huge. Portugal top of their group, 3 wins out of 3. Colombia second, Congo third. England top of the group, obviously with Ghana. Ghana's coming second as Ghana have beat Croatia in the end 2-1, but Croatia do go through as the best third team. That's the groups. Let's have a look at the knockout fixtures. Austria, Spain, real life fixture, Brazil, Japan. They are the real life fixtures. Oh, I like that. So we have Congo, just like in real life. France playing Morocco this time because they were the best third team in that one. Brazil, Japan, Canada, Iran, Colombia, Ghana, Croatia, Portugal, Ecuador, Norway will be a good game. Attack versus defense. Obviously, we've got Congo, France, Morocco, Ivory Coast, Belgium, Netherlands, Czechia, New Zealand, Paraguay, South Africa, Switzerland, South Korea, Germany, Sweden, Scotland. Scotland could actually progress there. USA, Bosnia again, and Uruguay, Argentina. Now, if anyone's getting this far in the video, thank you so much. I genuinely appreciate it more than anything. It would absolutely make my day if you could let me know you did get this far. I'm going to do the second video as the knockouts as a second video. If you have got this far, I genuinely appreciate it so much. It will really, really make my day if you let me know that you've seen up to here. More than you'll ever know. Do yourself some good karma. Drop a like. And I will see you in the knockouts.